Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today, I'm going to be doing another Miyako piano piece. About a week ago, I released one of her piano pieces. It was the Addicted cover, the Lovebites Addicted cover, on piano, because I mentioned that I had been watching a bunch of Lovebites Swan Song with the Chopin intro reactions. And just watching her play the piano just makes me happy. I love seeing her play. She's such an incredible piano player. And then as soon as I put that video out, or very shortly thereafter, she released a new piano cover of Judas Priest's Painkiller, which I believe is going to be on her upcoming, just a couple weeks, I believe, her new piano cover album comes out, which is really cool, and I just can't wait to watch this. Like I said, I'm obsessed with watching her play the piano. You have this incredibly talented woman, gorgeous, playing the piano like nobody can play it. She is just such an incredible musician. Love her guitar playing, of course. She's Lovebites is one of my favorite bands that I've discovered since I started this channel. But watching her play the piano just makes me happy. It's just amazing. So I'm really excited to get to see this one. Real quick, I did remind you, I do have a Patreon link. The link will be in the description. Wow, I can't talk today. Most of my reactions go up there at least a day in advance. And if you join the Blades tier, you get patron chat requests every month. Doesn't matter what it is, how obscure, how crazy. If you love it, I want to hear it. If you want to donate a little more directly, I do have my PayPal and my Buy Me a Coffee links down in the description. And if there's a specific song you want me to get to really quick, the best way to do that is to request that with a donation. Those requests go straight to the top of the list. I get to them as quick as I can, usually within just a day or two. It's really important to me that if you're going to be generous enough to donate to me, that you get to see that reaction as fast as I can get it out. So thank you guys so much for any support you can give me. It means the world. So thank you so much. But let's go ahead and switch on over. And here we go with Miyako from Lovebites. Everybody knows that. But with her cover of Judas Priest's Painkiller. Real quick, song I do know. I've heard it before. I love old Judas Priest. I believe I did a drum cover of it with Juno a month or two ago. Or maybe a little longer ago. But I've done another cover of this before. So good. Okay, this is cool. It's such a the original is such a chaotic song, and there's a lot going on. It's a very busy song, and I'm loving what she's doing with that. There's something about when I see piano players. Again, I'm not a piano player. I can barely pick out a couple very simple parts on a piano. But there's something about when a piano player is playing something complicated and they're playing, obviously both hands, but they need one more finger, so they flip. They bring their left hand over to do one extra note over there, and she was doing that a minute ago. For some reason that just it's just so cool when they do that. And I know it's for a really seasoned piano player, it's probably normal to need to move your hands around a little bit, but seeing her do that, it's so good. And then she gets into the more chaotic part of the song, and it's just killer. She's an unbelievable musician. She's an artist. She doesn't just play the piano. She plays the freaking piano. It's so good. I can watch her play piano all day. It's so good. Okay. Real quick, there's something she just did that I've always thought of the question, but I never actually in my other videos of her piano pieces. It never occurred to me to actually ask the question out loud. So now I'm going to ask the pedals on a piano. There's always 3 pedals. Or I believe there's always 3, maybe 2, maybe sometimes 2, but I always think of 3 pedals. I know one of them is to mute the piano strings to where it doesn't ring over what you're playing next. What are the other 2 pedals for? I've always been curious about that, but never thought to actually verbalize the question. Because I just saw her, she's using the normal piano pedal with her right foot, but right here, I'm going to back it up a little more so you can see it. She moves her left foot into one of the other pedals, and I've never known what those other 2 pedals are for. Okay, this is such a cool piece. It sounds very classical. Of course, the piano kind of lends itself to changing the kind of feel of the song. You still hear the main song, the original song in there, but there was actually a section back a little ways ago that actually sounded a little jazzy, like she was going a little jazzy with it. Very cool, and then just how she's transforming this song from this classic heavy metal, and it lends to the fact that heavy metal is such a classical music genre. I've always felt that metal is the closest thing to classic or classical music, and the transformation from the Judas Priest to this is incredible, where you still feel the soul of the song, but it's, I don't want to say bigger, because the original is two guitars, a bass, and drums, and Rob Halford just screaming, so that's awful big, but it's almost more robust the way she's playing it on the piano. It's so beautiful, and she's doing such an amazing job with this. So good. That is, wow, those runs up and down were so good. Very, very, very cool. Really, really love that. Okay, so that was Miyako with Judas Priest Painkiller on the piano, her upcoming album. So good. What's the album called? Let me, oh no, I know it's down here in the description. Etude Op 25, which comes out the 29th of this month. Very, very cool. This, God, I don't even know what to start. How to start with this. Her musicianship is unmatched. She is really, I mean, there's, God, I'm stumbling over what to even say. You have this insanely beautiful girl who is crazy talented and best known for being one half of one of the best heavy metal guitar duos ever. And then she can do this, which I understand. She's been doing this much longer than the guitar. But the feel, the emotion, the transforming this classic heavy metal song into a piece that if somebody didn't know the original would easily be saying, so which of the great composers came out with this? What is it? Which famous 300-year-old composer made this? but she's able to do stuff like that. I would love to see or hear what Rob or any of the other guys from Judas Priest would say if they heard this. I'm sure they know about it. I know they're at least Rob specifically. I know he's been connected a little bit with the Japanese metal scene. I know he's done stuff with like baby metal and stuff like that. So I'm sure it wouldn't surprise me if he's knows about it. But I wonder if he's actually heard it and what he thinks about it, because it would be very cool to hear that. Miyako is insane. She's got too much going for her. She needs to slow down. Let some other people have some talent, some amazement. But this was fantastic. God, I would love. I want to see Lovebites live someday. Get to see her just a little bit on piano in some of their songs. But this was fantastic. Really, really enjoyed this. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.